Hello everyone, welcome back to a new episode of Minds Beneath Us. Last time we left off, we were headed up with Lawrence. Hey, you guys are back. Hey Nin. Walked Francis back to your place, she's healing up nicely. Should be able to walk in days. Great, thank you. Don't mention it. Good night then. Night. Good night. Shh, they're neighbors. Ah, okay. Yeah, don't yell. Can I go see them? No. Okay. Let's go see, how Francis is doing. Francis? Welcome back. How are you feeling? Oh, wow, you are really banged up. Not bad. Something's bugging her. Something on your mind? So many things going on, I have a ton on my mind. Given it more thought, what we talked about before you went to the farm. Friend doesn't want to participate in their mission. And you were almost killed there. But I can't pull out now. If we still can't find any evidence tomorrow, the situation will only get worse. Today's just bad luck. You don't know that. I do know. The way I see it, Miss Sidhu brought up your condition to remind you of two things. First, Owl will be after you. Second, she'll send you on more dangerous missions. That makes sense. Jay, I know we've gone too far to pull out. I want you to watch out for yourself, because I don't think they'll try very hard to protect you. I can look after myself. I know. Still, promise me you'll take care. Okay. Good. I'm sure that Miss Sidhu and the rest of them are good people, but they may not be as reliable as they seem. I won't trust Lawrence too much, but Sidhu? Think they're not capable? I'm talking about their heart. Huh? Are we suddenly getting poetic? No. Sidhu is an excellent special agent, but she lacks something that makes us human. Weak spots, emotions, complacence, sense of humor. Weak spots. More or less. She's detached, approaching everything from miles away as if it's someone else's problem. Maybe her detachment is just on the surface. I think it comes from the inside. You said she doesn't seem to have any weak spot at all, but that is inhuman. She becomes a legend and idol, but she cannot relate. In her eyes, the world is one after another issue to be tackled. What she sees as a mere issue could be the meaning of their life to others. I think you're overestimating her. She's overestimating everyone else. She believes we all see the world as she does. If not, a hearty talk should do the job. Maybe, but what does that have to do with us? Honestly, I don't know how it could affect us yet. The foundation of her team isn't as solid as it seems. I care about it so much because I was in a similar position once. Thought as long as I kept everything in perfect order, my team will agree and follow suit. Turns out most of them only felt stressed out. She's talking about her job. She thought a lot. She's thought a lot in such a short time. Maybe it's just me. So many things happening, I'm all strung up. Especially today, all I could do was wait. You've had a long day. Me? Long day? Did nothing other than sitting around. You're doing the tough job. You did great. If it were me, I couldn't have infiltrated the farm so smoothly. Nah, you do a better job than me. Really? I can make a good spy? She's excited. Yeah. Hehe. Learned a lot from Miss Sidhu about their line of work. Nothing of practical value, though. Phew. And we should talk about your body. Yeah. Sorry for not telling you sooner. It's alright. I understand it can be hard to start the conversation. Plus, even if you brought it up, I'd think you were joking. I wouldn't believe it if not for Miss Sidhu. It reminded me of those dreams you talked about. What dreams? You forgot? For a while you kept saying you had these lucid dreams. Maybe those are not dreams. Could it be your memory while being possessed? Yeah. Let's give it a rest. We have more than enough to juggle now. Wait till this vision business is over. I mean, it must be very, very hard to cope with the idea that at some points in time, or even right now, even though Sidhu said, like, no, there's no way Jason's possessed right now, It must be very, very hard to cope with the idea that there's someone else in, like, your partner's body. Wait till this vision business is over. Okay. Kinda relieved when Miss Sidu revealed your body condition. Now at least I know you can handle a fight. Hey, speaking of fight, I've never seen you get hurt. And you hardly ever get sick. Wow. Must be nice to be you. What have we done to deserve this? Well, fuck my life. Oh my god. We can handle it. Huh. Well said, Mr. Dai. God, what would your reaction have been if we said the other one? Hey, Jay? What? Why stare at me like that? You're a good man. For everything, I'm freaking out, really. Seeing how calm you are makes me at ease. Guess your poker face has an upside too. We'll get through this, together. Till we screw it up, that is. Oh my god, never doubted it. Yeah, okay, sleep time. 23 says my body needs plenty of rest to heal. Good night. Night. I need a shower. Okay. I feel like if we had said I love you, that would have been very un-Jason of us. And she didn't say love you, so... Hey. I thought I was in the bathroom just 1 second ago. I don't know what happened. My body's now sound asleep. Shame. I was really looking forward to a hot shower. Sorry to interrupt. So, you chose Ops? Yeah, thought you'd like Ops. If I were you, I'd probably choose the same. Thanks. For what? Making choices from my perspective. Now, about today's operation. Honestly, I wouldn't trust C2 too much. If I said she's reliable, I'd take it back. Today is one giant mess. Lawrence was occupied, so she sent me to infiltrate Ops. For the record, you did agree to help. I know what I signed up for. The problem is how chaotic their plan is, if you could call that a plan at all. And you did what they asked, just like that? Did you expect me to say no? I did. How could I have known? I did believe working with him was in our best interest for now, yeah. Why? Because the cellar was under maintenance, it's a great opportunity. I thought you'd want this to be over with sooner. It was a great opportunity. You're right. Okay. I understand you didn't have any better choice under such circumstances. Although, one way or another, Sido and her gang lied to us. Yeah, it's more like they're not telling the whole truth. The result's the same. I mean, yeah, it is. They're still lying. They intentionally misled us. This whole operation is conducted without Owl's approval. In other words, it's illegal. I don't see a legal operation as a big deal. Because it's not you taking the fall. At the end of the day, who's the owner of this body, huh? They concealed the truth for their own interest and we're paying for it. They helped you and Fran in the process. I'm well aware of that. Oh my god. Isn't that a win-win partnership? Depends on the outcome. If they screw up for not having Owl's blessing, then we have a lose-lose partnership. I do believe they're fighting Vision or even Owl for a legitimate cause. I do believe they're trying to do good and uphold justice, but I don't want to be one of them do-gooders or rub Vision the wrong way. Why did you agree to cooperate, but they dragged you into this mission? Fran's been rubbing Vision the wrong way for a while, in case you haven't noticed. And we know they're targeting Vision from the beginning. We can't protect Fran without making an enemy of Vision, don't you agree? You're right. Although I thought they were backed by somebody. Find out that they're on their own is shocking, to say the least. Say, we don't know if they really care about Fran and I. Man, I hate seeing the situation clearly and not being able to do anything about it. Yeah, no, this is really rough for you. Like, I'm being a little rude and blunt, I suppose, but it is important to note that from your version, you're just, like, probably very frustrated because, yeah, you have to just watch these events unfold and any input you give usually doesn't factor into things. What do you say? Shall we continue to trust Sidu? Yeah, we should. Right. Been on their side all along. Don't you think they're just using us? I don't mind as long as our interests are aligned, yeah. Aligned interests, huh? What if we're no longer aligned? I believe they won't turn against us without a warning. I hope so. Say, Fran seems to trust them. She's worried about their internal dynamics, though. I'm not worrying too much about that. What about you? Fran is right. I don't think anything, none of my business. She's worrying too much. Their internal dynamics. I mean, Lawrence is a little bit of an issue. I don't really see too much wrong with 23 and C2. Like, obviously they have their own things too, where 23 is mostly just doing this for C2. And 23 also still wants to kind of uphold the law in a way. So there could be some conflict there, but I feel like most of the conflict is possibly going to happen by Lawrence getting a little bit overzealous. Yeah, I mean, there's stuff to worry about there. Fran's right. How so? 23's romance issue is a risk. C2's kind of heartless. Honestly, I don't know if I'd say Lawrence isn't very reliable. I'd say he's, like, reliable. It's more so just, like... I guess that is reliability. Like, I don't know when he's going to pop off, you know? Like, he is very naive and overzealous. Yeah. Surprised that C2 is working with him at all. Yeah. Speaking of Lawrence, you had quite a talk with him. Sorta. As before, I don't want you to be too involved when it comes time to pick sides. Pick sides? I mean, making friends with Lawrence is generally okay, but do keep a minimum distance. This team of theirs implodes someday, don't stand right next to it. Honestly, I don't think C2 should have him on the team. Why talking about this all of a sudden? Forthright, impulsive, idolizing what seems good, turning a blind eye to their ugly side? I mean, I don't know if Lawrence is so much turning a blind eye to their ugly side. I feel like it's more so that he's... I mean, once again, I guess that's what turning a blind eye means, but... Yeah, like, he's willing to put up with that side to get what he wants, basically. His whole world tumbles down when he sees the idol's feet made of clay. By that, I mean he's trying too hard to impress C2. He is trying too hard, yes. Yeah. And... they asked me to do risky stuff again, just say yes. Will you? Thought you didn't like risky stuff. Changed my mind. If risky stuff is inevitable, I might as well take the initiative. Get it over with faster and find out what we're really dealing with while I'm at it. I have a feeling C2 will lie to us again. Come to think of it, even if C2 is 100% trustworthy, our body is still a problem. Owl will hunt us down. Looks like our only way out is to join Owl. I was naive enough to believe that. If we bust Shane Yan, we could call it a day. Then Unisu happened, followed by Owl, genetic engineering, the flop core. We're not dealing with one person or event. This is a whole interconnected, holistic mess. Yep. You need a break. No, I don't. What Fran and I have seen is only a tiny part of it. This is a giant conspiracy that's been going for a long time. C2's not the first to discover it. She's just the first to stand up and do something about it. Don't we know that all along? We do. I didn't know what it implies until now. Where would we be if she never showed up? Fran would be dead and I couldn't do a thing about it. I wouldn't even know what's happening. You're trying to say... These days I'm starting to see the true face of reality. Reality is that I never had any control over my own life. Genetically engineered from birth, hunted down by Vision, cooperating with C2. I didn't have a choice in any of it. Most ironic part is, I don't even get to control my own body right now. Because of you. I'm sorry, Jason. I know I'm not the kind who takes initiative in things. All I ever wanted is to be left alone, away from the world's and other people's problems. See nothing, hear nothing, do nothing. No matter how hard I try, they just won't leave me be. For every inch I give, they want 2 more. Now I've made up my mind. Fran's been right all along. I can't sit around and do nothing. Get my shit together, get a grip, take action. Don't just wait for things to happen. What's your plan? I have no idea yet. Bottom line is now I know I must have an actionable plan. Although I don't agree with Sidhu, she was talking about lofty ideas. In a sense, she's like Fran, they're both idealists. They want to change the world, serve the greater good. I don't care about it so much. As I said, protect Fran, protect the way of life we have, that's all I ask for. I want to take back what's rightfully mine. Starting from my body, of course. It's a good start. Yeah. What? Sorry. I didn't realize until you pointed it out. I've been complaining all this time about this and that, about you. You could have fucked up my life royally if you want. So far you've been working hard to keep things going. In that case, I shouldn't apologize. I owe you a thank you. Thank you. Don't mention it. Let's talk about Woody Chin too, don't you agree? Not Woody Chin, he's an MBU. You're right. If what they say is true, our problem won't have an immediate solution. Finding the source, whatever it is, can't be easy. Damn. Sorry, Jason. No, it's not your fault. Although, what this kin of ours said about the figure that killed your creator, what do you make of that? Observing you? Is that really what it wants? I don't know enough to tell yet. Yeah. You met it in person, right? Did it attempt to communicate? It did say something. Like what? It said I must prove my mind. It said this and this is mine. Someone else's said I'm free. Don't remember. I honestly don't remember. That's so. I can do then. Hey, I've been wanting to ask you this. Do you want me to go looking for you? Huh? Based on what we know, to separate us, finding the source is a must, yeah? A very real possibility that you'll be gone afterwards, won't you agree? Yeah. I'm just thinking. Suppose you're gone. Would you like me to go looking for you? Find out what you are and maybe set you free? Why would you want to do that? As I said, you could have fucked up my life but chose not to. I owe you that much. I can't promise any specific result or that I'll risk my life for it. With a reasonable range, I'll try my best. What do you say? This is very interesting. We've really had a very noticeable impact on Jason. Like, his entire way of viewing things hasn't, like, totally changed, because he's still, like, looking out for himself and the people that he loves. But he's realized that he can't just, like, sit back and do nothing and ignore it and hope the problem goes away, basically. And he's actually willing to help us because he thinks we've done a good job making his life happy. I wonder what you have to specifically do to get him pissed off at you. Like, do you have to just, like, insult Fran, not protect her ever, and maybe choose screening instead of ops? Maybe. And maybe if you, like, screw up some of the QTEs, get him hurt, or something like that. I imagine it's a lot of putting Fran in harm's way. But I expected a little bit more pushback from Jason. But he's actually pretty cool with the decisions that I'm making. And he's kind of turning around to my side of things. That would be great. We have a deal then. Once you're out of my body, I'll look for you. Yeah. What's up? Body's about to wake up. Anything else before we go? Yeah. Don't let Fran know that I'm possessed. Roger that. Thanks. She must be scared knowing that I can be possessed. I don't want her to worry for me. I'll leave the rest to you. You can count on me. Yeah, I mean, I want to have a good relationship with you. I don't particularly see a reason to be mean. Ooh, finished chapter 3. Look at that. Terrible insight. My head. Hey, you already dressed? I never got undressed, I don't think. Yeah. What are you watching? The neighbor's cat. He's trying to catch a bird outside the window. Any success? Of course not. Or else I won't have anything to watch. Someone's at the door. Indeed they are. Ion photo frame. United Electronics. Ionizes air particles with lasers to display high-resolution images. Sorry, I gotta get the door. Evening, Jason. I thought you and Cedu have the key to my place. Knock first in someone's home. Manners matter. Then's calling you over. Today's briefing session's about to start. How's it going? How's what going? Data from the flop core, all done? The analyzation is done, although they haven't told me anything about the result yet. We'll know soon. Come over and find out. Fran? Do you want to come with? Who was that? Lawrence. Calling us to the briefing? Fran? For anything, hear this, Jay. Been thinking about it the whole night. Please. Please promise me that today will be your last day at Silencio. Huh? Why? Actually, I had a talk with Miss Cedu yesterday. Silencio is no longer safe for you. You got out yesterday, but barely. Worse still, they saw your face. Miss Cedu agreed with me that if she's to make the decision, her first priority would be to evacuate you before things get any worse. Why didn't she do that? Because she believes the decision is up to us. Jason, right now you're still safe, relatively. Vision won't openly send mercenaries into the farm during work hours. But over time, they probably will. Yesterday I did say I won't stop you from getting involved. This, though, is too risky. You're essentially giving yourself away. Promise me, Jay, don't ever go to the farm after today. I mean, Jason did tell us if we could be risky to do it. Just do it. Make the risky decisions. But Jason also wouldn't want Francis to be worried about me. Well, I don't have any other choice. Do you mean you want to stay? At Silencio? I mean, I want to continue helping them. Not exactly. Alright, Jay, I'm 100% adamant about this. Thank you for not insisting. Let's go. Time to meet with Miss Cedu. Oh, I did not realize that was me basically telling her, like, no, I don't want to stay. I may have to come to a decision where I have to agree to go in there or not. We'll see what happens. But Jason told me to just go with the thing. Who? Well, for a second I thought that was Lawrence, just with like a different hairstyle and outfit. But no, you're totally different. Because you still had the mask. Hey there. Evening. This is... Hello. Let me introduce. This is... Help me Helper. Helper? Like, with a capitalized H? Yes. Pardon the secrecy. I'm very inclined to use my real name. I'm not as suicidal as they are. Helper is an OWL agent. Called him in for support. Case we're working on has something to do with one of his cases. Are we supposed to keep this operation secret from OWL? Yes, and that has not changed. How would you explain... You're on behalf of my boss, not OWL. He wants to see Vision royally fucked. There, we have aligned interests. Let's get this little renegade operation of yours going. Explain how Helper works later. Oh, you're saying it as if I'm a toaster oven. Hey F, how's your foot? Much better, thanks. Woohoo, great! If you're still hurting, just let me know. Got painkillers at the ready. Will do, thank you. Ahem. Shall we start, everyone? Sure. Have a seat, Jason. Okay. 23. According to the data retrieved by Lawrence and Jason, Silencio is indeed churning out flops far beyond a reasonable level. Weirder still, the farm is still providing just about as many flops even when the seller is in shutdown mode. We have the truth? Part of it. All these flops are generated somewhere else, channeled through Silencio. In other words, Silencio serves as a relay station. The purpose must be to mask the true origin of these flops. At least we're certain that Vision's mysterious flops come from elsewhere. It's fantastic news. Eh? How could that be fantastic? All I see is bad news. Which means your stupid-ass theory is now busted. Vision's not fucking with juicer brains, they're not that stupid. They generated these flops somewhere, only using Silencio to launder them. We can rule out the worst-case scenario now. All those people in the cellar are safe. Ah, I see. Fantastic indeed. Really, I'm surprised you folks believed in that bullshit theory even for a second. Vision doing what? Frying hundreds of thousands of brains for dinner? Come on. Couldn't rule out that possibility. Huh. Should have your own brains checked up. All that hate for the government and big corps is making you batshit crazy. Think. They want sustainable profit, not shooting themselves in the foot. That is not true. That is not true at all. That is not true at all. So many companies will regularly pass up on sustainable profit for the chance of huge profit. They will very often do that. Oh my god, no, I do not agree at all, Helper. There's so many examples of companies specifically giving up on sustainable profit to shoot themselves in the foot. There's like companies taking huge risks with movies and then them not paying off by giving them like massive budgets. There's like video game companies where they'll make like some crazy live service game that in a sea of live service games, and it'll just totally flop. They put so much money into it instead of just like, you know, making some cheap good games that will continue to sell for a long time, things like that. Video game companies especially usually don't care about the tail of a game, like a lot of the bigger ones at least. Like I'm thinking of Square Enix, they mostly care about like launch sales, less so than like I'm not saying they don't care about like prolonged sales, but like even if something goes on to sell a lot of copies across its lifetime, they generally don't care about that as much as having the money now. Every big company wants their COD. They don't care about their sustainable profit as much. They want the big numbers to show to investors and things. Inasu said something like that too. What do you think these corporations are? Comic book villains? I mean, I've seen this argument a lot, and if it wasn't proven that some of them were comic book villains, people wouldn't have to think that. But sometimes, yes, they are comic book villains. That's what they are. You're funny, I like you. Say, where'd you find this clown, Sidu? Shut the hell... Enough, Helper. Lawrence, don't let him get on your nerves. Like, yes, Lawrence is naive. I feel like most of the people here can probably say Lawrence is naive, but you're kinda just a jackass. You're kinda just a jackass. You come in here knowing like barely anything about what's going on, and you're like, hey, what a bunch of dummies that they thought that would happen. Back to the drawing board, Vision is clean. Certainly didn't do what we expected. I'm sure they must have done something even worse. Next we must find out where exactly did Vision get all these flops from. More importantly, why they're trying so hard to hide them. Any idea for a start? Yes. I did find a bit of clues in the flop core data trove. One word keeps coming up in messages sent to and from the Red Room lab. Sleeping God. Sleeping God? Oh my god, are we going to Innsmouth? Judging by the context, it should be a codename, some kind of top-secret research project. We believe it's closely related to those unexplained flops. Could very well be the Holy Grail we're after. However, while mining the data, we found something of even more urgency. In their correspondence, they mentioned that Vision has recently purchased some children from Taihei District as part of this project Sleeping God. Children? Their children for sale is awful, but what do they need children for? As to be found out. I'm wondering, especially since we've learned the thing about, Lawrence and how he was in there when he was younger and then they banned the practice. I'm wondering if, like, children, specifically because their brains are, like, fresh and new, they have, like, more potential processing power, basically. But they're still developing as well. So it's like, But there's a lot of things like, you know, like, the thing that's regularly talked about is, like, it's a lot easier to teach people a new language when they're young because your brains are still developing, so you can learn those things easier and faster, and learning things when you're younger is generally easier. You know, you also have, like, that childlike wonder and creativity and things. I've definitely lost that at this point. I don't know how that would translate to flop processing power, but the thing about language specifically, like being able to learn it easier when you're younger, is definitely a thing. So I do wonder if that factors in at all, or if they're basically just grabbing orphans and just, like, you know, frying them. But I bet the worry is, and the reason that they took kids out of flop farms in the first place is because it's probably very dangerous for children. But if they do it under the table, that doesn't matter, because they can just cover it up, and if they're orphans. Excuse me? Speak up. What are you talking about? It's as if we'll be looking for these sold children next? Correct. They're already sold. Yes, and there could be more before we found this out. Our intel suggests there's another batch of children being detained at a facility waiting for Vision to pick them up. We must save them before it's too late. Hold on a second, this ain't right. We now have a ton of evidence, Miss Cheng's recording, the flop core data, plus what Helper brought. We have more than enough to build a case against Vision for attempted murder and human trafficking. Thought we were going to arrest Shane Yan and his gang first, then... One thing at a time. Exactly, sending them to police should be the first thing. Listen to yourself, Lawrence. They have the police in their pocket, Lawrence. we need a lot to take down this behemoth. What happened to you could happen to these children, and you avenging them by taking down the mastermind behind it all. That's not actually cutting the head off the snake, though, Lawrence. We need to make some systemic changes and do some really big things to effectively take them out. Just getting rid of Shane Yan, he'll just be replaced. Avenge? You're talking about avenging them while they can still be saved? Who is it that you truly want to avenge? The children or yourself? Ooh. Listen up, Lawrence Cheng. I've been repeating this ever since your first mission. What you do can't be the right thing when you're driven by hate alone. I'm not. I'll excuse myself. See some minion disciplining is due. He's not a minion. Huh. Did you always seeing me as a minion? Lawrence. Give it a break, folks. I don't get it why you keep making things complicated. Let's talk about the right thing, the wrong thing, as if it's the damn actual thing. Follow your heart, for fuck's sake. Do whatever it tells you. My heart tells me not to listen to you. On your girlfriend's side, eh? She's a true piece of work. You are a true piece of work. Stealing intel from Owl for your boss? Call that suicidal. How did you... What will Grandma say if she finds out? It's supposed to be a threat? Ooh, get fucked! Oi, Sidu, tell your woman to watch her mouth. She's her own woman. She does whatever she wants and takes consequences. Ooh, it sounds like they're mowing outside. Luckily, we're almost to the end here. You. About you, eh? Ready to take your consequences? Yeah, don't fuck with a hacker. Okay, you win. I was a dick, and for that I apologize. Sorry, okay? Let me remind you. You need us as much as we need you. Think before you speak. I see. And you, Lawrence. Get a grip. See the situation as it is and rearrange your priorities. Don't make me kick you out of this operation, understand? Yes, ma'am. Now, today's action plan. First and foremost, Vision has purchased a batch of children from the shithole. To avoid attention, they're using proxies, in this case hired gangs. The issue is we don't know how many children they have and which gangs are doing their job. This is where Helper came in. Oh? May I speak now, milady? Go on. Ahem. A couple of weeks ago, I was sent on a recon mission in the shithole. All was smooth and well until I picked up rumors about children for sale. Even in the shithole, the selling and buying of children is considered a crime. Normally this deserves a case of its own. When I reported the lead, though, they called me back, told me to put everything on hold. Every agent of OWL has seen situations like this before. Corporation's pulling strings, in this case it has to be Vision. Anyway. Before following orders like a good boy, I got 2 things done. 1, find out the list of these sold children. 2, verify the deal is not done yet. They're being held by a gang pending Vision's pickup. What I did not have time to do was pinpoint the gang doing Vision's dirty work. Save these children. Just get in touch with those who sold them and find out which gang they're dealing with. Next step, locate the whereabouts of the children. Sounds like I don't have a role in it? No. I need you and Lawrence to meet some of these parents at Silencio. Hold on. Parents? What are they doing at Silencio? Reason why they sold their own children is money, of course. Most of them are dopeheads. They have a constant need for money. Just selling your child, the next item down the list is yourself. They pretty much all end up in flop farms. We'll insert the parents of some sold children in today's consultation line. Each of you pick one and show up as their consultants. Wait, how? I work for Ops. Let's get some intel out of them during the session. How am I supposed to do that? Probe them during the consultation session. I'll be on comms playing support, no worries. One more thing. Lawrence is expected to have a session today, no problem about that. Since you're part of the ops staff, Jason, you don't have a legit reason to appear in consultation sessions. Secure a maximum chance you'll cover Lawrence's shift, going through consultation and signing in his name. And I'll be out of the picture. We still only have 1 shot. Correct. That's why I need you to find someone and offer to cover for them. Why not Jason? Ah, he's with Ops. Offering to cover consultation sessions would be weird. Uh-huh. Yeah. So if I chose screening, this part would have been easy. But getting into, doing the part that I did last time where we got into, the core and everything would have been harder. Consultation's the first step. Get them into the contract room, I'll take over from there. 23 is genuinely surprised. You're infiltrating Silencio into the contract rooms? Yes. Tell me you're infiltrating Silencio again. Thought we were clear on that. What if Owl finds... There are children at stake. We can't afford to screw this up. You think Jason and I will screw this up? That's highly likely. Ouch, that hurts. You really don't trust us. I don't mean that. I'll guide them over the comms, Nin. That should be enough. Let's follow your plan, then. Phew, finally done talking. Does anyone have any questions about the day's action plan? I have a question. What is it? Why don't we meet these parents at their homes? Because Helper says no. Oh, it'll make me sound like a douchebag. There's a good reason for that. Vision has eyes all over the shithole, keeping watch on these parents. I suspect someone is probing. Approaching them in this shithole would be likely diving right into a booby trap. We must circumvent Vision's surveillance network, not only for our immediate safety. If they see us and tell Owl about it, that would be a real disaster. Conclusion, Silencio is the only dead zone. Consultation and signing are strictly one-on-one. Vision won't know what we're doing. Come on, enough chit-chat. Time for some action? You folks got it too? Evacuation zones again. What do we do, Nin? Emergency call from Owl. Yep. Owl's mobilizing all idle agents currently in West Wampay. May I know what's going on? Trashman down. You're leaving now? Yes. This is bad. Targeting the Trashman's effectively declaring war on Owl. Who's doing this? Wanna bet? It has to be a gang or something. My money is on Lions League. No, Lions will never... Vending to May? You their friends or what? Stop, Lawrence. I see. Well played, Sea-Doo. Taking a lion cub under your wing. Shut up. Let's go now. Put this operation on pause before we come back. Jason, Lawrence, go to the farm now and wait for further instructions. Roger. What if you can't make it back in time? Nin? Working on a plan B. Meanwhile, just go to the farm and wait for instructions. Where is it, 23? Inside. Don't have much left, though. It'll be enough. You and Helper get moving now. I'll catch up soon enough. No. Hey, Helper, get moving. 23 will stay here with me for a bit. No! Lawrence, Jason to the farm. Remember, don't let them see you together. Take the subway, Jason. Let's meet at the screening office. Sure. Rolling out. Take care, Jay. I will. Good. Luck, you guys. Huh. And this just after Fran told us, like, hey, don't go back to Silencio. We're immediately going back. Alright. Hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for some more.